Richard Jones, President of Hand Associates and principal of our Eager Park design team. We made a certain set of assumptions with respect to user groups and programs and the types of activities we wanted to see in the park. And then we took that and brought it back to the community and as a sounding board asked them whether those assumptions were correct. And a lot of them were. Some of them I think were modified, but what was really special was to see how they were added upon and how we could then take those programmatic elements and those desires of the community that were very specific in a lot of cases and tied very much to the people of the neighborhood and weave them into the park. And it gives you a certain sense of comfort knowing that as a designer, when you're making a move, a design move in a space, and you're creating a space, that space has meaning and it's going to mean something to someone. And it's going to have that added value of making that space feel as though it belongs to the people that you're designing it for.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Jackson and I'm right outside where I work in Harbor East. And Harbor East is about 2 miles away from where a brand new home is being built in Eager Park.
I'm really excited about it, just to be able to wake up and a block away. It's a great park and just be a part of the design aspect is great.
Hi, I'm Nathan Scott and I'm with Mahan Associates, landscape architects and planners. And I've been involved with the Eager Park project since we kicked it off in October of 2012. Since then, we've had an opportunity to meet with the client group, with a series of advisors that make up the Community Design Advisory Committee, and then we've been able to interact with the public in open meetings on a couple of occasions.
Well, what they had was they had a map where just like a map of a park. I'm not sure if it's the park in Chicago, but they had different different ideas that folks spoke about in the previous meeting, and they wanted you to just take it and put it different places on the park where you really visualized it being at in the future. And it was great because some people they wanted certain things in the park, but they didn't really think about the idea of actually where it would be. And once you got people involved in doing that, it kind of realized like, okay, yeah, it'd be hard to kind of put this in here.
Yeah.
So, but we did for the most part was able to fit most of everyone's ideas in there, but just had to really help the designers know exactly where your vision was for having it, like say a water park or a water fountain, if you will, and playgrounds and stuff like that.
Started all the way back in the fall with a visioning process and met with each of those groups to kind of get their input on what the park could be and what they're most hoping for in terms of the park when it's fully constructed.
I really didn't realize how intense the design aspect of it was, especially when you get a group of people together and everyone has their own ideas of what should be in the park. Yeah.
We're both music lovers, right? And we can't wait for the different concerts that they plan to have. We went to Chicago a couple years ago and they have this beautiful amphitheater and a beautiful park in Millennium Park. And that's all we keep thinking about.
Yeah, so
like if we can have something like that.
Yeah, in Baltimore,
sold.
It'd be great. So just the thought of getting one of those, it'd be awesome.
The visioning process is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but we've experienced a lot of positive results so far. Our task is really to draw out of the client group and the community and the public at large what their vision for the park is. Our experience has been that having a top-down approach to design, especially in these public open spaces, isn't nearly as effective as meeting with stakeholders, with community representatives and members of stakeholder groups, and getting their feedback and input and their vision.
So during one of the park planning meetings, it was just interesting to see how some of the other community members, their minds changed from negative to positive. Now that they see all the development that's happening and they're being asked to be a part of the park design, their outlook is a lot brighter and a lot more positive. So I think we're all just excited to be a part of this change.